Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got a beautiful song from Stephen Sanchez. Today we'll learn how to do Until I Found You. So this one I discovered on Instagram because I watch a lot of animal videos, and it seems like every single animal rescue has put this song to some sad animal video, some sad dog video. So I'm a sucker for that, and I've heard the song so many times. Like, it's a nice melody, so I'm gonna go check it out. So it's a nice song. So I know it's been out for about a year, so whatever. I'm always late to the game, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna do this one, and it's got some great little chords. It's got this kind of traditional like 50s ballad vibe. It's really cool. All right, now before I get into it, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring that notification bell so you notice a new video. You can like and comment. And if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, and I hope you do, join my Guitar Academy. It's very, very easy. Click the link below in the description. You get a free 7-day trial. You get full access to the Academy during your trial, so you can check it out, check out all my courses. You can attend the live streams that I do every weekend for just Academy members. There's something there for complete beginners to advanced players who want to refine their technique and their ear training and their improvisation and theory, and even learn the ins and outs of guitar tone and signal chains. It's all there, so please go check it out. All right, so what am I doing here with this capo? I know it's a capo, whatever, on the other side of the pond, but here it's a capo. So I always get that comment whenever I call it a capo, because that's what we call it over here. Anyway, 10th fret. So it's a standard tune guitar, put it here, the 10th fret. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call out the chords as if we're just, so this is a C major chord, you know? Obviously it's not, it's right in this, where we're at right here, it's a B flat major chord, but I'm gonna kind of call everything the name out of the common chord shapes that he's using throughout the song, but I'm just gonna kind of compare everything to where the capo is at. So let's say the capo is just like the open strings. It's just gonna make it easier to get through the lesson here. All right, so we're gonna start here with this intro. All right, so we're gonna start with a C major chord in front of the capo there. So you're gonna strum from the 5th string across, and then and arpeggiate the top 3 strings, just E, B, G string. So then we're gonna go to an E minor chord, but a lot of times when he plays this chord, especially in the verses and here in the intro, you're gonna strum it from the 5th string. So you're not gonna get the 6th string in there, so that low would make it the full E minor. It is a full E minor, but it's just a second version. So we basically are gonna have this 12th fret, just hold an E minor in front of the chord. I'm breaking my own rules. So hold an E minor chord in front of the capo and strum from the 5th string across. And then from there we're gonna go. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling off at the 3rd fret up in front of the capo on the high E string. And then you're gonna pick the B, G, B. So we have this. From there, we're gonna go to an F major chord. So this is kind of that little, when you first wanna do your first bar chord, that F that they teach you just makes you bar 2 strings. That's kind of what he's doing here. But what you're gonna wanna do is actually bar 3. So you can bar the 1 fret in front of the capo here across the top 3 strings. And then you're gonna have 3 frets in front of the capo on the D string there. So that's an F minor chord. So he's gonna start out with an F major though. So you're gonna have this on the 12th fret there, your middle finger at the, 2 frets in front of the capo. An F major chord, a little mini bar. So you kind of strumming that. And then you pick up that middle finger to make it an F minor. So that's why we prepared for that by doing that. So we have this. So when you strum this F though, in the intro at least, you're gonna strum those 4 strings, and then you're gonna pick from the high E, B, G. And then when you get to the F minor, that's when you start kind kind of start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just all downstrokes there. Now here we have this interesting, what you're gonna do is you're gonna move this finger off this note and bring it over to the 3rd fret there. So you're gonna keep this bar going that you've got already. You're gonna have now this D string is open. And then you get that 1st fret, that bar you've been holding, but you're gonna from moving that finger, move it over to the 3rd fret there on in front of the capo on the high E string, and strum those 4 strings so you have this open D there now. And you're gonna keep doing that, but now we're gonna move this top note over to the 3rd fret on the B, 3rd fret in front of the capo, and now you're just strumming the open D, that 1st fret there, from the capo on the G, and the 3rd fret on the B. So it's kind of hard to, you can miss this D, but he doesn't hold this, he doesn't do that, he goes, so you hear that D very clearly on the recording. So we have this all together. Now we get to the verse, like, to the chorus. All right, so it's basically so this rhythm is, I'm just doing all downstrokes there. It's kind of this, because it dun 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 dun, but there's some accents there. So after this, we get that C major to that E minor, and once again, you're still kind of, you're not incorporating that 6th string. You're just kind of, so that's kind of the, keep that kind of 5th in the bass. So we have this. And then we're going to do that F major to F minor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Little transition. So that's the main part of the verse. So it's just. So just kind of repeating that. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics here. Kind of know the melody, that's it. So the 4th time through, you're gonna go from this C to a G7. So this G7, it's not really a G7 the whole way through. It starts off, so if you just know like a G major chord in front of this, right? Now this is, but all you need here, you don't need that 3rd fret there on the high E. So I want you to keep this, just that 3rd fret in front of the capo on the low E, and 2nd fret on the capo, on the A in front of the capo. Then the open D, G, and B. So you can just do that at first, but then add the 1st fret there on the high E string in front of the capo. So as he does this, he's kind of building up to the chorus. So he starts by kind of strumming the bottom of the chord, and then he starts opening it up and including that note on the high E string, and that note is what makes it a dominant 7th chord. So we have this. All right, and then we get to the chorus. So I'm gonna add like a little thumb chord here. You don't have to, you can just keep it with the same little F that we did here. But I'm kind of adding this 1st fret on the capo, in front of the capo on the low E string. Just to kind of thicken up that chord. Like I said, you can just use the standard F that we were doing earlier in the verse. From there, we're gonna go to a normal G. So this is the G major chord. You might play it like this or whatever. That has the open B string in there. not this one. So just like this, so with this. Then to the C, and then that E minor. And here when you get to the E minor, since we're kind of really kind of strumming the whole thing now, you can do that full, add that 6th string in there too. So a lot of the chorus is the first time through the chords is that. And then the second time through, so instead of going to that E minor chord, from that C, the second time through the progression, you're gonna make it a C dominant 7 chord. So all you have to do to do that is add you're holding most of the chord. You're gonna, as you're holding that C major, add the 3rd fret there in front of the capo on the G. So far we have this. Now we go through the chords the same way that we did the first time through, the F to G, to the C, to E minor. And then we're gonna have the ending that we're kind of familiar with, going from F major to F minor, and then that little change after it, so this. So that's that F major, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to F minor. And then that same thing, which is the open D, 1st fret on the capo, in front of the capo on the B and G, 3rd fret on the high E, and then move that melody over to the beat. So this. Then it starts back over with the same verse. So it's the same verse and same chorus repeated again. And then we get to the solo section. So the solo section kind of uses those same chords, but it adds like a little melody around it. So here's what the solo sounds like. All right, so it's gonna start with hitting 4 strums, just downstrokes on that C. And then you're gonna slide that note that you're playing on the 1st fret in front of the capo on the B, slide up 2 frets, and then back down. So slide up, and then pick it back down. So do that again. And then you're gonna go to that E minor, and that same little melody, and then back to the E minor again. Now the melody's gonna change. We're gonna slide from the 3rd fret on the B up to the 5th fret in front of the capo, and then back to that 3, so it is. So far we have this. From here, we're gonna go to that F, that little mini bar F, that 1 fret in front of the capo there, 1st fret. I'm sorry. That same melody, slide in 3 to 5, back to 3, then the F again, that same slide, from 3 to 5 again. And then when we get to the F minor, you just kind of hold that, no melody anymore, and then that's that same ending. So all together. All right, and then we get to the last chorus, which is the same chords, but mostly kind of just arpeggiated picks. So it's just kind of this. right, so it's just those same chords. Just, I'm not really I'm just making it up and down. That's really nothing, pattern to it. It's the same chords of the chorus though. And then when I get to this C7 right here, I'm gonna strum that, just downstrokes, and then you go back to the arpeggiated picking. Now here, just at the very last time, you're gonna hear the bass. He still goes down to the E minor in the guitar part, but you hear the bassist holds this. Obviously I know it's a B flat, but he continues to hold that note. Gives it kind of a really odd sound. It's almost almost like a kind of an inverted like major seventh chord. But so that's why that sounds a little different the very last time. But the guitar thing is still doing the same thing. It's the bassist that's holding that note when he goes down here. You're still hitting he's holding that note on the bass for whatever reason. But the guitar is still going down to this, and then the same ending, kind of strumming the F major, the F minor, and then you start slowing down. And then this last strum you hear is a C major. Obviously we're calling it a C major because it looks like it. It's not though. But we're gonna have a C major, but we're gonna have the low E string in the bass, which makes it a first inversion C major. So that's why that chord sounds a little unique too. So you're gonna strum across all 6 strings. So all together for that last chorus again. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a beautiful song, and it's a really nice melody, and it's some interesting chord work that we can play. It makes it much more challenging playing it this high up on the fretboard and stuff. So I hope you guys got a kick out of it. All right, I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.